I wasn't supposed to survive. At least, that's what I believed at 17. I grew up in a small town in Iowa where the sky stretched so far. It made you feel tiny and limitless. My name is Ryan Carter, and this story is not about one miracle. It is about hundreds of small ones that carried me through a life I never imagined I'd get to live. I was a kid who never stood out. Average grades, awkward. Loved drawing, but never showed anyone. My dad left when I was 10, and my mom worked double shifts as a nurse just to keep the lights on. She was a quiet hero, though she never called herself that. The turning point came my senior year of high school. I had just started dating a girl named Leah, kind, artsy, and way out of my league. She saw something in me. That year, for the first time, I felt like I mattered. Until one rainy February night changed everything. I was in the passenger seat of my friend Jason's truck. We were coming back from a late movie laughing about something dumb when a deer leaped out from the woods. Jason swerved. We hit a tree. I remember the silence after the crash, how unnatural it felt. Then ping, lights, voices shouting. I woke up 3 days later in the ICU with a spinal injury, fractured skull, and a doctor telling me I might not walk again. The next few months were a blur. Surgeries, rehab, depression like a thick fog. I pushed everyone away, my mom, Leah, even Jason, who blamed himself every day. I didn't know how to let anyone help. Felt like I had lost everything that made me me. But life has a strange way of offering a hand just when you're ready to give up. One night in the hospital, a volunteer named Mr. Harris rolled in with a cart of books and sketch pads. He noticed my old drawings taped near the bed. "You ever think about putting these in a portfolio?" he asked. I laughed. "For what?" He looked me straight in the eye. "Because your story's not over." That moment stuck with me. I began drawing again, first out of boredom, then with purpose. I started sketching everything: nurses, patients, scenes outside my window. I applied to an online art school during recovery. Somehow I got in. It was not a straight path. I still had bad days, panic attacks, times I wanted to quit. Leah and I broke up, and it crushed me, but she told me before leaving, "You're going to do great things, Ryan. Don't be afraid to outgrow this town." And I did. It took 4 years, but I graduated with a degree in illustration. I moved to Chicago. My first job was designing background art for an indie video game studio. Then came a freelance gig with a children's book publisher. My style was raw, emotional. People said they could feel my story in every line. By 30, I was walking again, not perfectly. I still use a cane on bad days. But I walked through the halls of my first solo art exhibition, held in a gallery not far from that first hospital. Guess who was there? Mr. Harris. Turns out he had once been a painter himself before Parkinson's took his hands. "Told you your story was not over," he whispered. "I'm 35, married to an amazing woman named Elise. We have a daughter who loves to draw just like I did. Every time I watch the sunrise, I remember that night I thought would be my last. I remind myself, the crash didn't end me. It introduced me to a second life, a second sunrise.